Hi, it's Jason. I wanted to give you a quick tutorial on how to set up and use the FMS to create a flight plan and display it on the MFD display for Jet 45. So here's my current folder structure. It's pretty straightforward. This is where I do all my development and testing. So I've got all the modules installed in the same folder. We'll focus on the FMS here and the MFD. So if you open up the FMS folder, what you'll typically see in your installation folders, you'll have the data, the docs directory, the textures, and the executable here, as well as the initialization file. So open up fms.ini. The way I've currently got my setup is basically I want to run it in a window without hardware mode. So I've got show frame is yes, hardware mode is no. That's about it. That's pretty much all you need to see for that one. Note that the installation directory for the FMS is here. C users, daemon desktop, Jet 45 AAS 1007 FMS. That's important. You'll need to copy that path location for setup of the multifunction display MFD. So if we go to the MFD now, in here you'll have mfd.ini. That's the configuration file. I've copied into the flight path of flight plan. This is the directory where the flight plans are stored for the FMS. So it's in the FMS directory, data, routes. So you need to copy the path where your FMS routes directory is into the MFD INI folder or file. And you should be all set there. Okay, so I'll go ahead and run the multifunction display, MFD. I'm going to hide TCAS. Make this a little bit smaller. There we go. Okay, so you can see there currently isn't anything stored or flight plans being displayed here. And by the way, I don't have the simulator running right now, so it doesn't really need to be for this demonstration. Okay, now I go to my FMS directory, FMS, and run the executable. And once it loads, don't need the path. I've got it in software mode, so basically you don't have any hardware running. You can use the mouse to click the buttons. Takes a little while for this to load. Okay, once everything's loaded up, it comes to the initialization screen. Go ahead and click accept. It's the key next to the word accept. And then we're going to go to the flight plan page. It's FPL located here. Okay. So here's where you enter waypoints. Now, if the simulator were running, it would choose the closest airport to where you are in the simulator. So I'm going to go ahead and pre-populate this with San Diego. So KSAN. And enter. Shows me San Diego International Airport. That's correct. Accept. Now, once I hit accept, what it's going to do is it's going to write that waypoint to that flight plan inside of the FMS data routes folder, and then it will be displayed on the MFD here. So click accept, and you see the waypoint now, KSAN. Okay. Now you can go ahead and keep entering waypoints. You can enter nav aids or intersections, and those will be displayed here as well. If you're curious about what's around there, you can click list. And then you can select airports, NDBs, intersections. So click airports. It shows you all the airports that are in the area, sorted by distance. This is your distance. I can select non-directional beacons, NDBs. Also same thing, sorted by distance. Intersections as well, sorted by distance. VORs here as well. This is kind of a nice one. Shows all the VORs in the area. Also, again, sorted by distance. Airways, which are not displayed because we're not at an airway. We're not at a point where there's an airway intersection. So nothing interesting there, just the list. So you can keep entering waypoints. For this instance, I want to create a departure. So I click on menu with your line select key below the airport. Select depart. I'm going to select runway 27. 2. Enter. I want to do the border 7 departure. So number 1, enter. and then the one to Julian transition. So number 2, enter. Okay, that's it. So once you're set there, you click the line select key next to plot route, and then what you'll see on the MFD, when you zoom out, is all those waypoints populated. Now, if you want to delete a waypoint, you simply click on the waypoint, and then the line select key next to delete, click twice, 1, 2, and then that waypoint gets deleted. Okay? Okay, so what I want to do now is I want to select a rival airport, so I click on the next open line select key. I'm going to type in Los Angeles, so KLAX, enter. Okay, Los Angeles International Airport, accept. And you see that that's now populated here on the MFD. So I'd like to also enter an arrival for Los Angeles. So the line select key is already underneath Los Angeles. Go back to menu, click arrive, select the runway. I'm going to do 24 left, option 5, enter. And let's see here. We'll do the Ocean 2 departure. Arrival, option 7. And then this one is actually valid for all runways into Los Angeles. So I'm going to just select 1 for all. And I'll choose the ILS to 24 left, option 1, enter. I don't want to do any transitions to this ILS, so I'm going to go ahead and leave that blank. Just go ahead and hit enter. And then once you click the plot route function, it should plot all the waypoints over on the MFD. Okay? So all those waypoints are now displayed on your flight plan. It is a bit messy. You can go through and delete waypoints that you think maybe you don't need or too close together. It's always good to go ahead and scroll up here in the flight plan to look at all the different waypoints and make sure everything's set correctly. You may, depending on how you create a flight plan, see a no link symbol here that's flashing. That just means that there is no normal link between the legs of your flight plan. You can just go ahead and delete that if you don't need it there. And I usually delete this end of route waypoint. And then you're all set. Okay, if you want to save this, click on Menu, Store Flight Plan, type in a name. So I'm going to do SAN LAX and enter. Okay, so that's now saved. Return. And if I want to delete this flight plan, simply click the Delete Flight Plan from the main menu here. There you go. If you want to load that flight plan you just created, go back to Flight Plan. That was, by the way, this was the summary page. It was down on the second page. You just click Previous. Copy pilot route, and then select the one that you just saved. Enter. There you go. You're all set up. Okay, hope that was useful.